Welcome to Hy-Vee Today live with Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine. And on you now, here's Tony Tone.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. Again, unless you're live with us right now, and not even really, but I'm running late, and I don't like that. And my 3.5-year-old, Ted, he is in PK3. He goes to school 3 days a week for like 2.5 hours. And for whatever reason, he insists upon when we take him to school, you got to sit with him and then walk him to class. And then I was at the threshold of his classroom door and he lost it. And he was doing that move, and this really hasn't happened that often or at all, if I can remember, as long as I've been a parent. He did that move where he just collapsed and was grabbing my left foot. And then I did that move where I started to slowly step and drag him. And then I realized that's probably not the best, and I picked him up, and I was like, what is wrong? And then he went into his classroom, and he started throwing stuff everywhere. And then I left. So when Miss Shar, God bless her, Shar and Diane Calzaretta, when Shar said as we were walking to class, she said, if you want to, like, take a hard right and go, leave. And I was like, no, it's fine. That's what I'm going to do next time. I'm just going to juke him and go, because he was throwing a lot of stuff in that classroom. And they're like, he's fine. He'll calm down really quickly. We think he's just doing it for you. And I'm like, I don't want him to throw stuff for me. I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't encourage that at home. Like, what you could do if you could just throw stuff everywhere? That would be great. So, and then I got here and I had to go to the gas station to take pictures of donuts. I know, my life is not that hard. I'm not complaining, but then I had to like awkwardly power walk across the parking lot, and my pants are a little big, and yeah, happy Friday. But at least I got some good looking mums. I just told Betsy kind of before we started, the best thing that could happen now is if a bee shot out of these mums and stabbed me right in the jugular. It's a dart, man. Yeah, these are great, though. And I'll tell you what's a good workout. And I actually did lose some weight since yesterday. And full disclosure, I probably shouldn't have lost weight yesterday. Moving a bunch of mums, everybody. And giant pumpkins. Betsy, are you able to get the... No, you don't have to get it. I meant just with the camera. Could you just show that pumpkin in the corner? So yesterday, out in front of the store, we rearranged a bunch of stuff. And there you go. Let it go. Crackers and a partridge and a pear tree. So we moved a bunch of stuff around out in front of the store, and it was a good workout, except I smelled like a rotten pumpkin, and I was dirty. But it was great. Like, really good. Felt great about it. So, anyways, I hope your Friday's off to a better start than mine. Now, listen, it is going to be a good weekend. There's a lot going on, and one of the events that's happening tomorrow is one that you should totally come to. Whether you're in Muscatine or not, we encourage you to come to support the River City Throwdown, which helps out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. 12 hours of music. Pearl City Station. You can show up for an hour, 12 hours, 3 hours, and our guest, Sam Kester, is here. What a great looking logo this year. Sam, River City Throwdown starts at noon. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I can be.
Yes. Let's just buy this over a little bit. So, how many years have you been organizing the River City Throwdown?
Every year it seems to get easier and easier.
Yeah.
I get so many bands. But yeah, 4th year doing it. I really don't have any plans to slow down.
Just had a baby.
I just had a baby.
Congratulations.
She's 3 weeks old.
Holy moly. So you guys just had a baby. We're getting close to
You're close.
Having a lot of babies.
Yeah.
Something in the air around here. Catch it, baby fever. Catch it, Betsy, won't you? Don't catch it.
Don't catch it.
So you're busy.
I'm very busy.
You're very busy, but this event is something that is important to you because you and I both know that the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter needs events like this to stay open. They do not receive any funding from the state.
No.
It is strictly donation based.
Yeah, and that's a lot of things I have to explain to people is
right.
The fact that what a lot of people have a misconception of is places like that are funded the same way the police or
right.
fire department are funded, and it's not the case at all. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of them are through grants that they apply for every year, and then, like I said, fundraising stuff like this. So
This is something that we need to continue to be successful. And I'm sure that there's like private donors. And if you're a private donor watching right now and you just like write a check to places like the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter, that's incredible. Good for you. I'd love to get to that point.
Yeah.
But there's 2 events for the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. The River City Throwdown in its 4th year, and then the New Beginnings fundraiser.
Yeah.
And
that's their big one. And
outside of that, though,
that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Again, with the exception of those private donors and maybe some corporate generosity. But that's, I mean, if you think about it, and the amount of work that they do and the clients that they serve and the fact that the location, which I was privileged to take a tour, it's a confidential location. It is a beautiful space. And it's such a good resource that the day that we went to take a tour, it was empty, and later that day or right that next morning, it was full again.
Yeah.
So it breaks your heart when you think about women and children fleeing domestic violence situations, but it's great to know that they have a resource from the crisis line to the actual shelter. So yeah, if you're watching this, River City Throwdown tomorrow, 12 hours of music, coordinating all of this. So let's just paint the picture for people that haven't attended before.
Okay.
Pearl City Station, you have a setup on one side, a setup on the other. So what first band tomorrow starts at
12:15.
Okay, so at 12:15, first band will start, and then be there. That's right. I like how you look right in the camera
Right
and say
there.
that. That's great. Shout out to the Chicago Blackhawks.
There you
as
go.
well. So
Not after last
12:15, Stepping Stones will begin. They'll get done at 12:45, and then across
Right on the stage, right across the room.
Chase Siwasink will start at 12:50. So there's really no stop in the action, save for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I basically, when I put everything together, I put about a 5-minute gap, and I just do that for quick sound checks and line changes, and then it's like we're off to the races.
It's super exciting to see this come together and the variety of artists and bands, because again, folks, everybody's donating their time to be there.
Yes.
So let's put that lineup back on the screen, guys, if we could. You look at this lineup and you just think about, it's a Saturday, and as you and I well know, Sam, I mean, you've played in bands for a while. Most of these bands on a Saturday are doing a paid gig, whether it be at a bar or a venue or a private event, whatever the case may be. So for them to all volunteer their time and for a lot of them to come to Muscatine is a big deal.
I mean, there's a lot of miles they're packing onto their vehicle just to come in the area, because I got bands coming from the Quad Cities. I got a band coming from Omaha.
Wow.
I got a band coming from Indiana that's coming out here too as well.
Which one is from Indiana?
Barricades.
Okay.
Barricades coming out from Indiana. And I talked to them about a year ago when I first talked. They wanted to do it. They wanted to do it because after I told them what it was for.
That's great.
And we're going to come out. We're going to go do it.
Is that how the conversation goes when you explain that it's 12 hours all day music, wristband, proceeds from the wristband, $10 goes to keep the doors open at a domestic violence shelter? Is it that easy of I don't want to say is it that easy of a sell, but I mean, when you're reaching out,
is that my selling point? I mean, and that's the thing. It's like I'll get messages from bands that want to be part of it as well.
You're getting people that are like,
half of that list is people reaching out to me.
That's cool.
And a lot of them will reach out to me and for the reason of why the show is what it's for. And that's a huge part to me. I like to have, bands on there, and have a good time and play your music and everyone can, check you out and everything.
Sure.
But if you reach out to me and you make that your main reason why you're reaching out to me, like that's a huge deal to me.
Yeah, and you might get to the point where this has to start at 10 a.m. if you keep getting bands.
Well, there's been times where I've actually considered, just want to say considered, doing more than one day.
Wow.
That's ambitious. I mean, and one of the main reasons being because I've had so many people reach out to me that want to do this. And
that's powerful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's the same. I mean, I told someone the other day, it's really cool to see something pull so many different. Since I have like hip hop acts,
right,
and I have country acts, and then I have like hardcore and metal acts and everything like that. And so I mean, all different walks of life and all different types of music, and they're all being pulled together for like this one cause that they all really, really support.
It's a great lineup for sure.
Yeah.
So you, like I said, for people that are watching, if you think about what your Saturday looks like, maybe you're only available to show up to the River City Throwdown for 2 or 3 hours. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Admittedly, my wife works a lot of tomorrow, and then she gets off like before 8 p.m. So then I'll be able to scoot down. It's family friendly, so I can absolutely stop down with my kids.
Oh, yeah.
And they can dance around. I mean, it's so cool to have it go on throughout the course of the day.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can drive down Mississippi Drive and hear music for 12
Yeah.
hours. It doesn't happen that
I can hear it
often.
from my house, actually.
Holy moly. That is fantastic. It's like well, we want people to pay,
Yeah.
but it's sort of
That's-
like the ambient noise. Ambient noise. Come
I
down
didn't say it was loud. I just said I could hear it.
Yes. You can decipher.
Yeah.
Well, you also don't live too far
No, I
from
don't.
where it's happening. Full disclosure. All right. William Elliott Whitmore is a big deal.
Yes.
Was he on Carson Daly's show last night or last Thursday?
I believe this morning, actually.
Wow.
It was on, yeah, so his appearance was on this morning at 12:35. Going to get.
That's okay. So think about that. William Elliott Whitmore goes from playing on national television to coming to Sweet Home Muscatine, Iowa, to do a show that supports a great cause. That doesn't happen that often.
Not really.
I mean, where you get a guy that, I mean, he is that talented for sure.
Oh, he's amazing. He's awesome. I grew up with him through the Iowa City music scene.
Sure.
First met him back in early 2000s and everything, and he was someone who I've watched just become this amazing artist, and this kind of took off.
Yeah.
And but he's an amazing artist. Everything that he writes and everything, his voice, his vocals, everything is just so good.
So William Elliott Whitmore, some pictures of him on the screen. 11 o'clock tomorrow night. So he will play for a full hour.
Yes, he will.
At the River City Throwdown. So he'll essentially close the show.
Yep.
11 p.m. till midnight, and it'll be exciting to see the crowd that comes out. Certainly all throughout the day, but you have to imagine that people know who he is in the area. He's playing at the Englert Theater.
Yeah.
Like in a couple of weeks or a month or not that far away.
Actually, yeah.
Right?
Just here recently. So the next couple weeks or so.
Isn't that crazy? So this is a guy that'll be at the Englert, which is a cool venue in Iowa City. But you could see him, like the distance that you and I are from the cameras, that's how far you get, right? That's great. Like, it's super cool. How did that I mean, obviously knowing him helps, but the people and a lot of these bands, like I said, they're on tour, so you had to have a conversation a long time ago, I imagine.
I've been trying to get him for the last 2 throwdowns.
Okay.
And then, like I said, our schedule just never lined up.
Sure.
And then this year, as soon as because I almost didn't do it this year because of the baby coming. Right. Because she was actually due in October, and I didn't want to mess with that. And sorry. And so I almost decided not to do the show this year just because of that. Yeah. And then I ended up going against that original idea, and I was like, I'll do it earlier. Yeah. And so I contacted his booking agency, and I contacted him and everything, and at first had a little kerfuffle. Sure. And then we were able to work everything out, and everybody came through. So, I mean, it just kind of worked out this year, so I'm kind of glad.
It's great. Everything's lining up, right?
Yep.
You're having a good year.
Good year.
Right?
I'm hoping.
Well,
it should be.
Listen, at this point, it's on y'all watching to come out. I mean, you've done the work, right?
I hope so.
Say for setting up a couple, speakers and stages. I mean, it's go time. This is it. So for people watching, if you want to support the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter, you like live music, or even if, say, you're busy and you can't hang out, you could just do a drive-by donation. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to drive by, I've had people do it every year. People will be walking on the bike path, walk path, and the people just walk by, and even if they don't know what the event's for, they'll stop and they'll ask. And as soon as we tell them, they'll drop money in. And it's really, really helpful. Again, everything goes straight to the shelter.
We also know that they need supplies all the time from things like, toiletry items. Judy Yates was on the show not that long ago, and you could bring donations if you want.
Oh, yeah. We'll have, if you want to bring down any of the material donations that we have, we do have a list of that on our event page as well.
Sweet. Okay.
So if anyone wants to go look at that, it's up there. If you want to drop anything off down there, like I said, we'll take it down there at the show as well.
Food. You have food. This is it. It's an all-day thing. So there's food.
You got to get fed.
There's T-shirts. I love a T-shirt being printed in front of me.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen that often. The logo this year is incredible.
Thank you.
Shirts are $15?
We're doing 2 different types of shirts.
Okay.
So basically, we do the front logo.
Yeah.
It's 15, and then we have a back and front logo shirt. That's for 20.
Still,
and again,
great
portions
deal.
of that go to the shelter as well. And this be able to, you walk right up, tell them what shirt you want, and they'll press it right in front of you.
That's awesome. It'll
Yeah.
be warm, right? It'll be like, oh, look at this warm River City Throwdown shirt I got. I mean, it's a really cool setup for sure, because you have the Pearl City Station, or the red brick building.
Yeah, for most people that know it by that.
I don't know why they just don't call it the little red brick building.
I'd call that since high school.
When I've said Pearl City Station over the years, people are like, huh? And I'm like, not the Riverview Center. And they're like, and I'm like, the little
brick
one
building.
near the playground. Oh, that one. Okay. But yeah, so the setup will be live music inside. Like, there you go. Thank you, Ryan Broderson.
There you go.
All right, we settled the debate. There's a picture of Pearl City Station. So keep it right there for a second. So on that little patio, you've had different food vendors in the past, and then out back is where some of the
Bands will
merchandise
set
will
up
be available.
Bands will set up their merchandise and whatnot.
Perfect.
So
So
yeah.
for food this year, you have different people coming out.
I have a few. I do have
Your personal faves.
I'm a little biased.
Just a smidge.
So Grillzilla will be there,
Yep.
as he is every year. I also have Yaki Shack out there doing egg rolls.
I like how you're saving your bias for the end.
I'm saving my bias for the end. And then some people that I kind of know.
Yeah.
The people at Burrito Factory made my day.
Isn't it exciting that they're going to be there?
I'm so excited for that.
I don't know if they've done anything like this since they've been open.
No, and I was thinking, like,
Right.
when I talked to them about it, but they were like all for it. Like,
Wow.
because I can talk to them.
That's
so
cool.
I'm super, super excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, their stuff's good. I've had both a burrito, and then since the diet I've been on, a burrito bowl.
There you go.
Delightful.
No matter what, there's something there for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's just, this is like doing stuff for the right reason, supporting the MCSA Violence Shelter makes sense, but then also doing something that brings people to Muscatine.
Exactly.
Makes sense. And for those that always say there's nothing to do here, here's 12 hours
of something to do.
of live music.
And that's actually, I just had a conversation with somebody about that too, and I kind of told them, the one thing is, like, so I grew up in Muscatine, and I grew up around the music scene we had
Sure.
here. And then when I moved up to the Quad Cities, it was a completely different world to me.
Yep.
And so when I moved back here, I always wanted to kind of bring a lot of the outside
Yeah, sure.
music stuff that never quite made it into Muscatine. And so doing that show, like I said, it raises money for a good cause, gets everybody behind a good cause. At the same time, I get to bring other bands into an area
Yep.
and kind of show them, where I'm from and kind of what it's like here for music and as well.
And again, for people like William Elliott Whitmore and several other, I'm sure that, I don't know if it would be the first time in Muscatine for half of the lineup or more, but
For most of them.
that's super great.
Yeah.
And again, they're all volunteering their time to be here to perform because they believe in the cause.
Exactly.
And as Sam alluded to, so Judy and Karma that work at the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter staff will be kind of parked out front.
Yep.
They can give you information. They'd be happy to share their story with you. And I would say come for the live music. Bring a donation with you if you want. Definitely consider grabbing a shirt. And you have koozies this year.
I have koozies this year.
Can we show a koozie or the shirt mock-up on the River City Throwdown Facebook page? Ryan Broderson. I jokingly said on the show that I would almost like to try on to see if I could get into a 2X.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that shirt.
That's
that
a
looks
shirt?
so cool. I really like the floral design.
And I have no idea. Like, I sat down at my computer to come up with the flyer.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't think of something.
It's because you're having a baby girl, that's why. You're soft now.
Yeah,
Look at
I know.
you. You're a big softie.
We'll go with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right.
We'll give my daughter all the credit for that one.
Hey, listen, you can still love the rock and the roll and be a softie. That's
Oh, no.
fine.
Well, they have lullaby records of like Metallica and everything out
Of
there
course,
too.
you know that they have that.
She doesn't
Really?
Yes, they do.
Well-
Metallica, System of a Down, stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying that they're out
Lemmy sings "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
there. They do have a Motorhead lullaby.
Of course, they have that. Right. So, merchandise from the bands is also a unique opportunity for people to come out and maybe see a band for the first time,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
pick up a piece of their merchandise. So is that video from...
That video right there is from last year. That is actually a
Excellent.
band called Leather Parachute.
Okay.
They also playing this year as well.
How did you know that right away? You just recognized the members?
Well,
or
I can
what?
just see them.
Oh, you
I
can
know.
see them. All right, good. I mean, you're just looking at the back of them, so
Yeah.
that's good. Right, River City Throwdown, Saturday, 12 hours of music. Help out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. It's exciting to have it in September, I'll say.
Yes.
I like this date.
I do like to say.
I feel good about it. I mean, it seems like, and it doesn't matter what the weather looks like because it's inside,
Yeah.
but it seems like they've backed the rain chances out of tomorrow.
A little bit. It's kind of gone back and forth.
And it's like shifted into
even
today.
if it gets chilly, I can heat the building.
Nice.
So that does help. I can't air condition it. That's why I
Right.
can't usually do it later. And it gets super, super hot. I can't do anything about that, but I can heat the building. So.
And it seems like
That
over the
helps.
last 4 years of doing this, you've certainly seen a variety in the weather. Like it's been
Yeah.
warm, it's been
The
fallish.
first year I did it was in November.
Okay.
And it was chilly.
Yeah.
Exactly a week after that huge snowstorm.
Oh my gosh.
so I moved it
ridiculous.
up to October, and plus October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
That's right.
And
Yes.
so I moved it up. So then the next two I did in October. Second one was fine. Third one, huge tsunami came through, and then I said this year we ended up doing it in September. So I mean, even if last time I think I checked it was like 30% range, just like a few scattered.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nothing that can't be handled.
Yeah, it'll be. So listen, and also we had some fun storms kind of rolling through,
Yeah.
but you know what? The event rolled on. It's a quick building, and it's in a good spot. So yeah, and room 212. I mean, it's cool to see the bands that have been there. Anybody making their fourth appearance, by the way? Has anybody been there all 4 years?
Heavyweight is
Okay.
Still standing. So both my bands are
Right.
But 2 of those years I wasn't in Still Standing, so that doesn't count.
Condor and Jaybird.
Condor and Jaybird. This is their
Second?
first year.
First?
This is their
Really?
Year. I tried getting them last year, and we had
Okay.
problems scheduling.
And don't they have a couple members from Muscatine?
They do.
That's what I thought. As we get close to wrapping up, give me a little William Elliott Whitmore off of the YouTube machine or wherever you want to.
Off the YouTube.
He'd probably listen to it on Spotify. I've never used Spotify.
No.
I feel like I'm okay with
I
that.
use Google Play Music, and I get
Yeah.
weird looks for it.
See, I have Apple Music, and same thing, but
Yeah.
it works. I pay $9 a month, and I can listen to whatever
Yeah.
I want.
My girlfriend actually had Spotify, and then I got her away from Spotify onto Google Play. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
These are nice plugs for the Google Play.
Google Play pays me, so I have to. They don't pay me.
Oh, nice. Here's William Elliott Whitmore's website and a little bit of William Elliott Whitmore. These videos are great, man.
Yes.
They feel homey. Like the one that
Exactly.
we played the other day was.
My soul was aching and
We have
my
audio, so I can stop the
hands were weak. My heart was breaking. My mouth could not speak. But times can change and hopefully we can too. This world is strange. I guess we've all got some healing to do. Well, I played my cards the best I could, and I came by it honestly. And worrying about the past never did no good. What's gone is gone is gone, you see. And no one could know just what we've been through. Yeah, it goes to show that we've all got
that
some
how you do it?
healing to
I
do.
didn't think.
All right, William Elliott Whitmore. I like hearing myself in LA. Today, William Elliott Whitmore, that gent with the cool hat. Does he always have a cool hat on? Do you think you can get him to wear a Blackhawks hat tomorrow?
I'll try.
As he's playing, walk up and you need to
He's not
have
gonna stop
this.
playing.
No, he's not. He's a professional.
He's a professional.
William Elliott Whitmore, I don't want to say headlining the River City Throwdown.
Oh, yeah, you can say it.
Okay. Headlining the River City Throwdown. Live music goes until 12 p.m. Full day. Have we missed anything?
I have Primus. I have 4 sets.
Holy
4
moly.
pairs. Of
I haven't seen Primus, but I've seen Les Claypool's. I think it was Les Brigade when he played with Buckethead.
Yep.
Les Claypool is.
School or high school.
Oh my God, that is fantastic. So this show, by the way, is October 3rd. So next week, next Wednesday,
the following. Yep.
Les Claypool just has one of those distinctive voices.
Right?
Yeah, you can slap the heck out of that bass.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. And Ryan, Google just for people at home to have a point of reference, Buckethead. Thanks for listening. Welcome to the show. Google Buckethead if you could. So I'm at Bonnaroo, the first Bonnaroo in Manchester, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
And Les Claypool is flying Bucket Brigades playing, and Buckethead's just playing the guitar. There, right there.
There it is.
Not the exact same attire, but pretty darn close to it. So, yeah.
I was going to say, if you couldn't have found that, it could have given you a picture of my brother's Halloween costume from a few years ago.
Went as Buckethead?
He went as Buckethead.
That is awesome.
Which, surprisingly, KFC was very, very reluctant to give him even an empty bucket when he went and asked for it.
That is awesome. All right, River City. I like that your description says River City Throwdown Boss. Is that what it says? Yeah. That's good.
I told him to put $ signs for the S, but they seemed.
Oh, no, you didn't. That is fantastic. River City Throwdown, 4th annual River City Throwdown tomorrow. Starts at 12:15, Pearl City Station. $10. You could stay as long as you want. Help out the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. We've got to keep their doors open. You know, as I've said before, and I'll say again, in a perfect world, we don't need an MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter, but we don't live in a perfect world. Yep. So for women and children that are fleeing domestic violence situations, having this domestic violence shelter in Muscatine, knowing the staff that works there and the work that they do, it's incredible. We need to support them.
Exactly.
I never want to have the conversation called, we're not sure if the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter is going to remain open.
Yeah. And I know there's been a few conversations I know in the past where that actually has been a topic of conversation. So
for you putting together this event 4 years strong, it's awesome, brother.
Thank you very much.
See you. All you have to do is stop by tomorrow. 12 hours of live music, $10. Bring some donations if you want for the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter and have a good time. It is definitely a fun fundraiser. There's the info on the screen right there. Pearl City Station, downtown Muscatine, 2018 River City Throwdown featuring William Elliott Whitmore. All right, let's take a look at the front of the store if we could. CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam is set up, looking good. Sherry is working hard on register 11. That is her spot. Jim Simmons ready to come on the show and just said how hard Sherry works. That lady, if we could, she'll never come on the show, but she really should because she's worked for Hy-Vee for 21 years. And I didn't even realize that until somebody the other day was like looking at her. I could tell they were looking at her name tag, and it says probably serving you since 1997. And she knows everybody. Sherry knows everybody. There are people that will wait like 2 or 3 customers deep, which is something that drives like Hy-Vee, like drives us crazy. People waiting in line. Thank you, buddy. But people will wait to see Sherry because nowhere else can you go and give someone the business and get the business back. She's absolutely fabulous, and she'll be so mad knowing that we're watching her work right now. Right, Jim? I mean, you know that she'll give me grief when the show's over.
She'll give you grief anyway. So
why is that camera up here? All right, so I'm no. By the way, look at how good of a workout this is, y'all. That was me yesterday. I've lost 30 pounds since yesterday because I lifted so many mums.
Wow, I gotta go. I gotta go lift some mums.
I'm telling you, this is the diet right here. You have a Starbucks drink in the morning, and then you power lift. I was one-handed these. Look at this. I don't want to brag, Betsy, but look at that move. All right, so this right here, Jim Simmons, this is a beautiful mum.
It is.
What people are surprised about, I had a lady stop in her tracks when I told her that this was $15.
Yep.
She said, how can it be $15? And I said, you're asking the wrong person, but I just know that's how much it costs. Yeah. These things are beautiful.
They're beautiful. They're awesome. We got what, a couple hundred of them out there?
Easily.
Yeah, and we have one size smaller than this, but to me, this is the deal right here.
Yep.
Not only is it $15, you get a 10-cent fuel saver on top of it.
Oh, it's the best.
Does that make it better or what?
It's the best. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
So these are I think about my house. If I put a yellow mum and like a purple mum out on the front porch, instantly looks better.
Yeah.
Hit them with a little water. You're not going to plant it. You know, it's going to. We might even see some freezing temps tonight potentially. But this is something that it just immediately makes the outside of your house look so much better.
Yeah, and I believe this is a hardy mum. So if you do choose to plant it, it should be okay. Now you'd have to talk to Catherine about that and how you would want it to do that. Mm-hmm. But it is a hardy mum. So check it out though. They're beautiful. We got a bunch of them up there, and you will not find a better price.
$15 for
Guarantee
this
it.
big old. I mean, and you can see just from look. I mean, like we don't have camera tricks. This is how big. Like the pumpkins and the mums this year.
Yeah.
Are massive. And
How-
Betsy, could you grab me the gourd over here, if you don't mind? All right, these gourds, Jim.
Cool, right?
Yes, they're cool. They're so heavy, and
Yeah.
they're the most awkward thing. So I'm stacking these yesterday, and there's no good way to grab
Yeah.
them, right, Betsy? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that heavy? No? Oh, whatever.
That happens to be a little one.
But even at the size of this quote-unquote little
Yeah.
one, you could have the look of fall in front of your house.
Oh, yes.
So easily.
Dude.
Mom, gourd, Catherine's got these autumn bonfire that almost look like
Yes.
flames coming out of these plants.
You got to come check it out. I mean, when I think of the gourd and the pumpkins and the mums and then those other plants she has, I don't even know what you call those things, but
Right.
she even has some of that tall grass stuff that looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the front of your house could be amazing for just a few dollars.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You need to come see us because you can look at this front of our store and see what we have. We got a lot.
Yeah,
and
it's
we want everybody to come here to get what they need for their fall decorations of their house because it's going to be it's a great sale. It's
Oh,
great
yeah.
prices. I mean, when I look at that gourd, it's actually called something else.
Kashaw pumpkin.
Pumpkin, yeah. And I was like, what's that? I thought they had it labeled wrong out there. But $2.99.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
right.
ridiculous. I mean, great price. So come out and see us. These things are super cool, and we could really dress your house up, make it look super cool.
Yeah, so this is a Kashaw pumpkin technically. I mean, $2.99. It just looks. I mean, the color. You can see it on the camera how good it looks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fall right here. These two items, but
Yeah.
there's so much more out there. The pumpkins from Hoops and Kruger Farms, again supporting that local grower.
Yes, those are from Hoops.
These are.
Yes,
Oh, my
he brought
goodness.
those to us. Yes, that's
Wow.
local too. So
This is grown locally.
Yeah.
There's something in that soil, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Now, here's what we know, though, and this is why when I've been telling people about getting their pumpkins and not waiting, like, that's not a sales tactic. What
No.
happened was it got so hot for so long, so late, that a lot of the pumpkin crop didn't make it.
right,
Like,
and
it did not make it.
They started exploding.
Yeah.
is basically what happens. They get too hot, and then they start popping, and
So
that's
what we've
happened.
got, it could be it.
Yeah, I
Right?
think
There might be one or two
for
more.
for the great big ones.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. But for the normal size that you would really like to use
Mm-hmm.
to carve, I think we can still get some more of those. As long, especially now that the weather cooled,
Sure.
Hoops I think still has some more of those. So
I hope so.
Yeah, and we can get more of those, and we got the little bitty gourds that are decorative inside your
fun,
house.
yeah.
So the pie pumpkins we have. I mean, we just got so many cool
Why are they
things.
called pie pumpkins? Am I going to make a pie with that pumpkin, or is it just what
Possibly.
they're called?
I don't know why they call them
But
that. I think
they're
you
the
could
kind
make
you
a
can
pie.
just pick up with the stem, not that big.
Yeah, they're perfect for inside your house just to decorate and
Yeah.
do some different cool things. And yeah, I anything for fall. Why would you go anywhere else? We got it all right here.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
definitely feels good out
Yeah.
there. Are you a carver of pumpkins or are you a displayer?
Oh boy, I'd probably go with displayer.
Yeah.
Not that I haven't carved a pumpkin, but some people would not call that carving a pumpkin. I just
Is there a
take
knife
a
stuck in
knife
that
and
pumpkin?
yeah, exactly.
I gave up. That's my carved
Yeah,
job,
you
right?
you see some of these cool things where they put a witch on it, and the fly, and I'm like, oh wow, all I did was triangle eyes and try to cut some teeth into it. I was not good.
People that have the patience to do that,
Oh
God bless you. But I'm with you. I have never successfully done that.
yeah, but it's talent.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I think it's talent and having the time.
yeah. I mean,
Because even if I had the time, I don't have the talent.
yeah,
right?
that's my problem. I don't have the talent.
Like if
I mean,
if I took like one of Tessa's knives, look at some of these. That's some great examples. Like
Yeah,
that
I
somebody
could-
did that. What?
I don't have
Somebody
that
did
talent.
that. No way.
I mean, honestly, if you have the talent, you could probably whip that out pretty quick. It's just that I
guess.
don't even know where to start.
yeah.
I mean,
no clue. No
The
clue.
one I could probably cut the top off the one and put that stick in it. And I could
Myself.
probably do that.
I'll do that. And then pumpkin seeds, of course. We talked about that on the show the other day, baking the pumpkin seeds.
Yep.
And that was
That's a big deal.
I always have the giant pan out of the oven. They're so good. They're so good.
Funny thing is, we sell those year round now. Yeah, now you can just go home and do it yourself this time of year, and people love it.
Yeah, the thing that gets some people is the pumpkin guts. when you gotta
reach in.
Reach in.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me at all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. If you're gonna carve a pumpkin, that's part of it, right? Oh, see now I can pull that one off. We could do that. Make it look like the pumpkin's puking. That's not hard.
I could actually do that one.
You just got to cut an eye or two and a little mouth and pull the guts out. That's not bad. It's not going to win an award.
It might.
That's
kind of cool.
It's just going to attract squirrels and other rodents to your front porch. But oh my gosh, look at that one.
That's just not right.
How about it? I like it. See, that's how my pumpkins look. Like the eyes weren't even the same on that one.
I would never ever thought to pull the pumpkin stuff out like that. Make it look like that.
That's like it's hurling.
That's how creative I am.
I'm probably not going to do that in my house because my wife is still pregnant and she's had morning sickness, so she'd probably be like too soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're at the point where we're just going to display some stuff.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So fall weather for sure. We have a fall into fall theme to the ad this week that starts today. And for folks that enjoy chili, I mean, we're at a weekend. If you were like waiting for the ideal day or weekend to make chili, I think this might be the first true weekend to rock out some chili, right?
It is the first true weekend, even though I had chili last weekend.
Nice. You got a head start. Apparently.
I did, and it was fabulous. But the ground chuck that we have right now at $2.49 a pound, that's a great deal. We got them in 10-pound rolls. You got to buy it that way, and Mike's got it out right now. I saw him put it out, and folks, that's a great price on ground chuck. I mean, just a fabulous price. And when you look through the rest of that, it's just a fun ad. You know, we got a lot of good stuff. Pumpkin's in. You know, Jake's doing a great job. We got pumpkin bread, pumpkin bars. He's got his pumpkin cookies. I mean, all the pumpkin items, and they're selling. I mean, we got a big display right up front. They look fantastic. If you don't like pumpkin bars, I guarantee you'll like these because you'll eat it for the frosting.
That's right. The frosting is where it's at. And if you bought all of those pumpkin items, how about 35 cents on your fuel saver?
Yeah. It doesn't get better than that.
And I've seen people come in that I know for a fact were like on a break from work, came in, picked up a thing of pumpkin cookies, taking them back to work. So that's what they share well.
Yes.
Right?
They very
and it's
much
never
so.
Too early for a gourmet pumpkin pie.
Never.
Matter
of fact, the gourmet, these are the big ones.
Yeah.
Right? These are like the 12 inches.
They're gigantic.
And if you look at it, the apple and the pumpkin that we have right now that are 12 inches, we're actually selling through them every day. I told Jake, bump it up, buddy, because we're selling these things.
Yeah.
And he's got a whole rack of pies right now that he just pulled out for the whole weekend. I'm telling you, folks, if you haven't tried that pumpkin pie and apple pie, it's the best apple pie I've had, honestly.
It is. It's 5 pounds.
Yeah.
It weighs 5 pounds.
Yeah, and we get so hung up on the size and everything, we forget about how good it is.
Right.
And once you try it, you'll buy it over and over again. It's just good stuff.
It's impressive to be able to have such variety coming out of a place that's just right over our shoulder.
Yeah.
We're just turning it out. I mean, you can see right now, like, cakes waiting to get picked up, cakes being frosted back there, I mean, there's just always something going on in the bakery. Yeah. Same with all over the store, but really, you know, when it always smells good in this part of the store. I always just am curious, like, what's coming out today.
Yeah. When they're doing brownies and they're doing scotcheroos and that smells going, whew! I love that stuff.
Yeah. You want to have that cartoon moment where you just sort of hover over to the bakery and check it out. Yeah, someone on Facebook saying, again, they can't believe these mums, $15. It's the real deal Holyfield.
Yep.
I like the white ones. There's like, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I'm not a interior designer, but if you just put like yellow, purple, orange mum, white mum, it's going to look so good.
Yep.
Really, it'll look
I got to
great.
tell you, the reason we're so aggressive on that is because we didn't want the club stores to beat us.
Okay.
And so we just made sure they didn't.
That's awesome.
You know, and I think that's pretty cool. You don't have to pay a membership here, plus you get the price. You know, and it is a great mom. And if people come out, and some of them haven't even opened up yet.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Even on this one that's on the set, like as many as them have opened on the back side, there's some that are just starting to. So you know that it's going to last.
You can keep getting it. You know, even if you don't want to, if you want to bring them in just in the evenings and then put them back out for the whole day and just make sure they don't get, just frostbite just a little bit. These things will keep blooming. I mean, it'll be a great plant for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. All right, so I wanted. Can we do look at the Fuel Saver ad and then maybe some Friday Night Lights while Jim's still hanging? Because again, this is going to be another, like last week, for homecoming for Muscatine, homecoming for Durant tonight. You're going to feel that crispness in the air. But let's look at the either the Fuel Saver flyer or the Friday Night Lights real quick. So more deals to save people at the gas pump. Price of gas is maybe like
it is creeping up.
$2.79.
We're $2.84 right now.
$2.84.
Yeah.
See, I got gas last week.
Yeah.
It was $2.79 last week. It's $2.84 today.
Yeah.
You can prevent that by having a Fuel Saver card.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. And there's some of those plants we've been talking
How
about.
about it?
That's super cool. So not only does this one have a 10-cent Fuel Saver, so does these other plants that she has. And I don't know what those things are called. I call them like dragon plants, that
That
come
one
up
in the
there.
middle?
Yeah.
That's the autumn bonfire.
Thank you.
And the only reason I know that is because I have to.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
They're super cool.
Yeah, and the sunflowers that are outside. And that's what I do well. And you got so many other good items there. People that buy that tuna steak, they buy it again and again and again.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is so good.
And the easiest thing to cook
It
ever.
is.
And
And
the
you-
fastest thing to cook.
And that's one of those things you don't want to cook until it's brown in the
Correct.
middle,
Correct.
right? You just want to sear that one, and eat it because it's such a high quality that you can do that with. And so there's a lot of great things on here. The veggie pizzas we do really well with, just really good items. So stop out and see us. I think you'll enjoy saving on gas, I know for sure, and those items are all great items to be taken home.
Yeah, you don't have to pay full price at the pump. You just don't have to do it. All right, Friday Night Lights or the other side. Let's go to Friday Night Lights. I know there's another side of that Fuel Saver flyer, but I want to talk about some football. Homecoming for Durant. We've seen a lot of flower orders, the corsages. Last week, certainly with Muscatine, it was really fun to watch Catherine and Jean and the whole crew putting together those corsages.
Yep.
The amount of detail that goes into it.
Yep, they do a great job.
It's really something else. So this is Durant homecoming action tonight.
Oh,
Bring a hooded sweatshirt. Both teams, Cardinal
3 and
Comets,
2.
3-2, right.
This will be a good game.
Have to assume it'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Certainly we would be rooting for the Wildcats
well, of course.
to improve to 4-2 on the season. And I would like if we could have, a majority of our area teams have a playoff run. Mediapolis undefeated, taking on Columbus. It's kind of a tough one. I mean, probably would like to see Columbus get a win.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Know some people down there. And then the Tipton Tigers look to go to 5-1.
Wow.
And we have people from Tipton that it's not that far, but I love when I see people from Tipton in this store.
Oh, we have
know?
Tipton customers. We actually just catered some things up there
really?
last Saturday night.
Nice.
Yeah, so that went over really well. So yeah, we do a lot of business with Tipton.
Shout out to Tipton. West Burlington, Notre Dame comes to West Liberty. Speaking of a town that we see a lot of folks from
Yes,
West Liberty.
we do.
And hopefully the Comets can improve to 3-3. And I believe if you listen to like West Liberty football and softball on the internet, one of the play-by-play commentators is our very own Toby from the produce department.
Seriously, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So his daughter, I think his daughter's name is Haley. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. So she's a great softball player.
Yep.
Going to play at the next level in college. And then Toby, I guess he's rocking the microphone.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
Now that you say that, I'm just having a hard time envisioning that.
He's a pretty quiet guy at work.
Yeah, he
Very
doesn't,
focused.
yeah.
But I guess he knows his stuff. This is great. I found out about this last week, and I need to check that out. And good luck to the Comets.
Yeah.
And of course the Falcons, L&M Falcons, 3-2, looks to go to 4-2. We've probably got one more page of Friday Night Lights. Here you go. Wilton Beavers travel to Wapello. That could be an interesting
Wilton's
game.
looking good, yeah.
And then the Muskies on the road, making that ride to Pleasant Valley.
That will be a tough game.
PV
Playing
can surprise you.
Yeah,
And it's not a fun place to play football.
I was talking to somebody, and PV's played nothing but super tough teams.
I'm sure they have.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can walk in there and play like we have been. And if we do, I think we've got a great chance. I mean, we can upset anybody right now. We're playing well.
Well, nobody can tackle your running back. Makes it pretty easy.
It makes it a little easier, doesn't
Right.
it?
It's pretty sweet. All right.
Can't even catch that guy.
No, you can't. I mean, that really. I mean, he's just unbelievable, that Tim Nimley. He's great. So Friday Night Lights action, fall into Vol savings, good-looking mums, Kakashaw pumpkins, regular pumpkins,
Gourd.
and things to make your home look that much better. If you have kids or grandkids, nieces or nephews, you bring them to Hy-Vee, $5.99. These pumpkins are massive.
Yes, they
Seeing the kids' faces light up, and then really just seeing, like, you don't have to do this. You could just come to the register and say, I'm going to buy a pumpkin, and then go out and pick one out. But seeing the pumpkins in the cart, that's when you really know how big they are.
Yeah, Brian just told me this morning that they're going to bring out a pumpkin that weighs 90 pounds, and the other one is actually bigger. They didn't weigh it, but it has to be well over 100. So
90 pounds?
Can you believe that? Yeah. So we're gonna have those outside too here pretty quick. We only have 2, but it's pretty cool. So you don't get to see a 100-pound pumpkin that often. So it'll be out there.
Some friends that I have that do radio in the Quad Cities, long time ago, they would get 100 or 200 or 300-pound pumpkin and then pull it up with a crane and drop it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's just for the sake. I don't know why, but one of the times they did it, I think it got on ESPN. Just random.
Really?
They may have dropped it on a car or something, like a junker.
Wow.
But yeah, we're not going to do that.
No, we're not. I'd love to find them a home. I think they're cool. I mean.
Yeah, what's the cost of a 90-pound pumpkin? I mean, I'm the person that bought the 19-pound cantaloupe or the muskmelon.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've got 90-pound pumpkin money.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Brian says because I'm not sure. We didn't get to that far. I mean, just to see the massive size of it's going to be cool
smokes.
enough.
Okay, there's. That's your grandpa? So
What's
that's
that
an
one
example
weigh?
of a giant 363-pound pumpkin.
Yeah, so ours will be a third of that.
Wow.
At 100. Can you imagine that?
Look at the size. That doesn't even make sense. That could be somebody's house.
Something happened to this pumpkin.
Yeah.
We're not sure what.
Wow, that is super cool, though,
That
right?
is cool.
Okay. So I'm excited to see what a 90-pound pumpkin looks like. That's going to be a lot of fun. And it'll be, everything is out in front of the store. You can't miss it.
Yeah, it's all out there.
I mean, you literally can't miss it when you come in. And please check out the mum deal, $15.
Come in
Best
if you need
price
help.
in town.
We want to help you. So come in, pick out what you want, pay for it, and we'll come out and help you load that up.
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
have,
100%.
definitely here to help you out on that stuff. So.
I would love to carry more gourds around. Like, this would be the best
so
use of my...
cool.
Look, sometimes you just put it... It just kind of fits right on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so heavy. They're so awkwardly heavy, but they're great. I don't know what they look like on the inside. I'm not going to stab it, but you just set it up.
I gotta believe it's pretty cool.
I mean, look, it can just sit.
Yeah.
Sit. All right.
Some of them have to lay down because they're so long. Oh yeah, there's some cool ones out there though. I'm telling you.
You can really just make your home look that much better. I promise. The amount of TLC that went into that display yesterday, it's all ready to go.
Yeah.
And if you need little rose plants as well, like those are fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're out there. Whatever you would like, we have it out there for sale. A lot of good stuff.
Let's go up to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and then we'll kind of wrap things up here in just a minute. I wonder, Betsy, maybe we'll take the cart cam to look at a pumpkin pie back there. It seems like a good idea. I mean, the bakery is just a stone's throw away from where we're at here in the store at Hy-Vee in beautiful Muscatine, Iowa, for the folks that are watching maybe outside of the area. And for the folks watching in the area, it is a busy weekend in and around Muscatine. I say thanks again to Sam Kester for taking the time. Yes, Sam and Macy just had a baby girl, India, and she is doing well. So they're very busy as new parents and getting together for the River City Throwdown coming up tomorrow, starting at noon, 12:15 technically. It's 12 hours of live music. There are those half pies. That's the coolest thing ever. Like, the fact that there is a half of a pie and there's a container specifically for a half of a pie, I like that a lot. So Betsy's showing you an apple pie right there and a pumpkin pie. You put enough whipped cream on that, I'd eat it, everybody. That's all I would need. Look at her. For scale, we saw Betsy's hand next to the pumpkin pie on the Toyota of Muscatine cart camera. Very good. All right. So I want to mention again, River City Throwdown, Pearl City Station, starts at 12:15 tomorrow here in Muscatine, supports the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. Another event that's happening in this area is the 11th annual Amy Meyer Bike Ride, supporting Gilda's Club and their work that they do for cancer patients and their families. Kicks off tomorrow morning. Meet at Mike's Hilltop Tap, and then you will literally, as it says, go for a ride. Different locations in Muscatine, supporting a good cause. So you could truly have the busiest Saturday ever if you took part in some of the Amy Meyer Bike Ride and then came down to the River City Throwdown. Personally, I plan on being at the River City Throwdown after 8:30 p.m. I'll probably stop down earlier with my kids because it is family friendly and it is a lot of fun, and I want to get a t-shirt. I hope, fingers crossed, that I could squeeze this into a 2XL. That would make me feel really, really good. That's for sure. Team Staffing Job Board. Let's get you to work. Maybe you need a job. Someone you know needs a job. They could start, maybe they could start you today. I don't know. If you're watching us live, you never know. If you're catching this on a replay on MPW, call them and start next week. Mary has an opening for an electromechanic, $16 an hour, swing shift in Wilton. Give Mary a call, 563-316-7634 or teamssi.com. Second shift general labor, $11.05 an hour. Brooke McCullough has this immediate opening, so this is one where you could potentially start today or start Monday of next week. Brooke was on the show a week ago today. This gig located in Wapello. Call Brooke, 563-316-7636. Team Staffing on Lake Park Boulevard across from Happy Joe's. And Jenny with first shift general labor opportunities, 7 a.m. till 3:30 p.m., $10 an hour. Jenny's available to get more info to you, answer any questions you may have, 563-316-7635. Team Staffing Solutions. Our friends, thank you for your support. Good-looking mums. Good-looking weekend. This is a prime example of when someone says there's nothing to do in this town, they are wrong. And you can tell them. You know that there's stuff going on. You know that there's people giving of themselves and of their times to organize things that support great causes like the River City Throwdown with the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter and the Amy Meyer Bike Ride supporting Gilda's Club, and quite frankly, the Crossroads Carnival supporting all the good things that Crossroads does for adults with disabilities in this community. So if there's something good going on, we want to know about it right here on Hy-Vee Today. So I always say, I encourage you to email us, hyveetoday@gmail.com. You can reach out on the Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. You can call the store. You could email me if you want to with my work email or personal email, whatever you have. However you get the message to me, bring it over. I want to check something really quick, speaking of messages, because somebody reached out. Oh, right. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we are heading into the last couple of days that you can vote for the Unity Point Health Imagine L&M, the Wise and Muscatine, in second place, but they need your help. So you can go to unitypoint.org/Imagine the Amazing and vote for L&M. Now listen, you can also vote for Muscatine schools, but at this point, L&M is in second place. And if they can narrow that, maybe they could win. So Ryan Broderson is going to vote right now for L&M. So click on Vote Now, choose Iowa. The city is going to be Letts. So first we'll go state, Iowa, city, Letts. And then we'll go L&M High School and see if they are still in second place. ABC, easy as Letts. Brian Broderson getting to Letts this weekend, going on a field trip. L&M High School, prove that you're not a robot, Ryan Broderson, and hit the Quan and vote. Here we go. Let's see if they'll show us the leaderboard. Will they have that if we scroll down a little? Do they got that? They don't see it. All right. Well, from what I was told by Jamie Vickers, who reached out, L&M in second place, looking for votes, unitypoint.org/Imagine the Amazing. Voting closes on Sunday. So keep voting as many times as you're able to. And let's see if L&M can pull out a victory. Thank you to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota of Muscatine and Team Staffing for making this show possible. And once again, shout out to Sam Kester with the River City Throwdown, 12 hours of music on Saturday. And thanks to Jim Simmons, Hy-Vee store director. Mums, pumpkins, gourds, oh my. Ready to see you this weekend. Something is smelling really good at this very moment as well. I don't know what it is, but it's a grocery store, and it usually smells pretty darn good in here. Maybe it's something from Starbucks. We'll have to find out. We'll see you on Monday at 8:30 a.m. unless I have a baby, but I don't think that should happen in the next few days, but certainly in the next week and a half or so. Probably going to be go time for baby number Trace for us. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching live or on a replay or on cable. We appreciate you. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email hyveetoday@gmail.com.
Roy Hartman, courtesy, please.